All right. Hold on. What's up in here? Just lost the page. Hold on. Just disconnect them. Oh, we've done it. There we go. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this week's Shabbat Shalom. Today is Friday. It's June the 25th. It's quite a mild day, but cloudy. And overnight will be rain, lots of rain actually, but we do need it. We've had a few days without rain. So we'll begin the Shabbat Shalom with Shalom Aleichem. Now we'll light the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu malech haolam asher kishalu bo mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Okay, thank you. Now we will do the Kiddush. Yom HaShishi, Vaychulu HaShamayim V'ayis L'chol Sabam. Vaychal Elohim B'yom HaShvi'i Malachto Asher Asah. Vayishbo B'yom HaShvi'i Mikol Malato Asher Asah. Vayirech Elohim B'yom HaShvi'i Mekadesh Oto. Ki bo Shabbat Mikol Malato Asher Bara Elohim Asot. Tzavrin Rabatai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'shabbat b'shabbat banu, b'shabbat kodsho, b'avar u'rasan hiltanu. Zikaron l'masei Bereshit, ki hu yom l'kai kodesh, zecher l'yetziat Mitzrayim. Ki banu v'chaita v'atar kidashta, mikol hamim, b'shabbat v'rasa hiltanu. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Okay, that was the Kiddush. And now we will sing Eveinu Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Okay, now to balalaika. Now we'll do a short summary of the Torah portion. So this week Torah portion is called Balak, and it's from the book Numbers, chapter 22, verse 25-9. So the Balak, who is the king of Moab, summons the prophet Balaam to curse the people of Israel. On the way, Balaam is berated by his donkey, who sees before Balaam does the angel that God sends to block their way. 3 times on 3 different vantage points, Balaam attempts to pronounce his curses. Each time, blessings issue forth instead. So he attempts to do his curses, but blessings come instead from God. Balaam also prophesies on the end of the days and the coming of the Mashiach. The people fall prey to the charms of the daughters of Moab and are enticed to worship the idol Pur. When a high-ranking Israelite official publicly takes a Midianite princess in the tent, Pinchas kills them both, stopping the plague raging among the people. So that is a short summary of this week's Torah portion, which again is Balak. It's book Numbers, chapter 22, verse 25, line 9. Now we'll do some more songs and then do some more talk. So we'll do now Jerusalem of Gold. But now we'll sing Sena Sena. Sena 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 ha. Arana Bayadi Kele Shalom. Sena 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 ha. Arana Bayadi Kele Shalom. Sena Sena Bayadi Kele Shalom. Sena Sena Bayadi Kele Shalom. Sena 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 Arana Bayadi Kele Shalom. Sena 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 Arana Bayadi Kele Shalom. Sena Sena Bayadi Kele Shalom. Sena Sena Arana Bayadi Sena 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 Arana Bayadi Kele Shalom. Sena Sena Bayadi Shalom. And now Mashiach. Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach. So we'll take a break from the music. So you remember last time on Shabbat, we talked about Tel Aviv, which was a city in Israel. So today we'll have some facts about Jerusalem, which is another one of the major cities of Israel. So Jerusalem was founded as a city of David in 1010 BCE. But there's evidence of settlements there going back all the way to 4500 BCE. That means that Jewish people have continuously lived in Jerusalem for more than 3,000 years. Jerusalem has been conquered more than 40 times including by the Persians, the Romans, the Ottoman Turks, and the British Empire. More than 100 battles have been fought for control of Jerusalem over the course of its history. It's hard to know exactly when the first temple was built, but best estimate indicates a mid-10th century BCE. It took 150,000 workers. The second temple was built in 6th century BCE and stood there until the year 70 CE. Jerusalem is found all over Jewish practice. It's mentioned on holidays, at funerals, weddings, and during daily prayers. Many Jews face Jerusalem, the site of the temple, every time they pray. So they face east. Even in Toronto, they face the east direction because that was the direction of the temple in Israel. Yearly, more than 1 million notes are placed on the western wall, the last remaining piece of the temple. They're collected and buried. Some people say you put like a wish in there and a piece of paper that it might come true. Yerushalayim, Hebrew for Jerusalem, contains the word shalom, which means peace. It's named more than 900 times in the Bible, the word Jerusalem. It's also the last word in the Passover Seder. A third of the Jews identify ultra-Orthodox in Jerusalem, while another 36% say they are not very religious or secular. In 1840, Jews have become the largest ethnic group in Jerusalem and have been ever since. Jerusalem is a walled city. Its walls are 2.5 meters long, 40 feet tall, and 8 feet thick. Municipal laws require all structure to be covered in Jerusalem stone, so it preserves the history of the city, historical look of the city. Jerusalem's Mount of Olives is the oldest active burial site in the world and is home to over 150,000 Jewish graves. There are 50 Christian churches, 33 Muslim mosques, and 300 Jewish synagogues in the city. There are more than 60 museums in Jerusalem. One of the museums is the Israel Museum, which is home to the Dead Sea Scrolls, some of the oldest biblical manuscripts ever found. Some of the olive trees in Jerusalem are more than 800 years old. There are more than 26 wineries in Jerusalem. There's a biblical zoo there as well, which features a collection of wildlife animals mentioned in the Bible. It's actually one of Israel's top tourist attractions. There's a Machane Yehuda market, which is an open air market where local people sell food and like different handmade gifts. So it's a nice outdoor market. And many tourists go there when they go to Jerusalem. There's a very famous hotel called the King David Hotel in Jerusalem. And famous people have stayed there. Elizabeth Taylor, Winston Churchill, Prince Charles, Hillary Clinton, and some others. And 77% of Jerusalem residents have lived there for more than 20 years. The Hadassah Hospital in Jerusalem was the first hospital in the world to perform computer-guided hip replacement surgery. Okay, so a couple more facts here. If you know the very famous astronaut, Neil Armstrong, he said when he visited Jerusalem, I am more excited stepping on these stones than I was stepping on the moon. So that just shows how how nice of a place Jerusalem is. So now we will just do a few general songs that you might know. Tikva. Thank you for coming for this week's Shabbat. Have a Shabbat Shalom, and we'll see you next time. Shalom.